Welcome back to Mike's Yoga channel and welcome to this daily stretch for flexibility meant for athletes. When you're ready, roll your mat, grab some water, and let's get started. Okay everyone, so let's begin coming into a seated position and we'll start by doing a head to knee pose, Janu Sirsasana. So let's start by extending our right leg out long in front of us, keeping this right foot flexed towards you, and our left foot can just hug into our right thigh. From here on your next inhale, let's bring our hands up towards the sky. Exhale, shift a little bit towards that right leg, and then when you're ready, just melt it forward. And in these first few poses, we're really focusing on flexibility within the legs as well as the hips and the back. So in this pose, we're really breathing into the calf, the hamstring. I encourage you just to come back to your breath and even close your eyes here. Try and sink a little bit deeper with each exhale. Let's take one more breath here. And on your next exhale, slowly, mindfully roll it back up. From here, let's just take it over to the other side. So extending this left leg out long in front of you, keeping this left foot flexed. This right foot can just hug into the left thigh. And on your next inhale, let's bring our hands up towards the sky. Exhale, shift a little bit towards that left leg, and then when you're ready, just melt it forward. Again, really breathing into the back of this left leg, so breathing into the calf, the hamstring. And again, I encourage you to close your eyes and just try and sink a little bit deeper with each exhale. Let's take one more breath. And exhale, slowly, mindfully roll it back up. From here, we'll take a wide-legged forward fold. So extending both legs out long, keeping both feet flexed towards you. From here on your next inhale, bring the hands up once again. Exhale, melt the hands forward. So in this wide-legged forward fold, you should definitely feel this in the hips as well as the back of the legs. Let's take one more breath. And exhale, slowly, mindfully roll it back up. Great job, you guys. From here, let's make our way onto all fours. So stacking the hands right underneath the shoulders, stacking the knees right underneath the hips. Tops of the feet are actively pushing into the mat as well as your hands. Now from here, we'll do a few rounds of cat-cow. So on your next inhale, drop the belly, open the chest. Exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, open the chest. Exhale, rounding the spine. Let's do a few more rounds, moving with your breath, going at your own pace. So in these next couple poses, we're really working on the flexibility within the core, the neck, the shoulders, as well as the entirety of the spine. Awesome job, you guys. From here, let's just move it a little bit forward and we'll take a high cobra. So again, let's stack the hands right underneath the shoulders, fingers spread wide, hands are actively pushing into the mat, extending the legs along behind you, and just pushing yourself up. Keep that core slightly engaged, opening up the hearts, opening up the chest. Feel free to roll your shoulders back, open up even more. As always, make sure to breathe. And on your next exhale, let's curl the toes, shift the hips up, coming into downward facing dog. Again, keeping the fingers spread wide, hands actively pushing into the mat. Feel free to pedal out your feet here, really breathing into the back of the legs once again. And when you're ready, let's just find a nice neutral position. We'll hang out here for a couple breaths. And on your next inhale, let's lift that right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bend the right knee, step the right foot up in between the hands. Lower the left knee down, left shoelaces down, and then from here on your next inhale, rise up, coming into a nice low lunge here. So in this low lunge, let's find our foundation. Let's keep this right knee stacked over the right ankle, and let's keep these hips in one line. So for some of us, we may have to draw this right hip back just a little bit and bring this left hip forward. Core is slightly engaged. on your next exhale, let's plant the hands down into the mats and then keep sliding them down your mats. Straighten out this right leg. Keep this right foot flexed towards you. We'll come into a runner stretch here. So another awesome stretch for the back of this right leg. If you have a block or a prop, you're welcome to rest your right hand on the block. If not, that's okay. And on your next exhale, shift it forward, plant the hands, and once again, step it back to downward facing dog. When you're ready, let's take it over to the other side. So inhale, lift this left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bend the left knee, step the left foot up in between the hands, lower the right knee down, right shoelaces down. From here on your next inhale, rise up, coming into this nice low lunge. So again, let's keep this left knee over the left ankle, and let's keep these hips in one line. So for some of us, we may have to draw this left hip back and bring this right hip forward. Again, core is slightly engaged. Awesome stretch for the hips and the psoas muscle here. And on your next exhale, bring the hands down to the mat and then keep sliding them down, coming into runner stretch, straightening out this left leg, keeping this left foot flexed. Again, you're welcome to stay on the fingertips, or if you have a block, you're welcome to rest the left hand on the block. And on your next exhale, shift it forward. Once again, plant the hands and step it back to downward facing dog. Great job, you guys. Take a second to catch your breath here. And now from here, let's lower the knees down, keeping the knees together. We'll come into a toe stand. So let's curl the toes and just sit back on your heels. Awesome stretch for the feet and the ankles here. If this is just too intense for you, you can always uncurl the feet and sit back on your heels like this. Wherever you are, we'll just take a couple breaths here. And on your next exhale, slowly, mindfully release. From here, let's make our way onto our backs. Take your time getting there. And then once we do get here, let's hug our knees into our chest and wrap your arms around your knees, giving yourself a nice big hug. Feel free to rock side to side, just massaging the spine. So option is stay here, or another option is we can also come into a plow pose. So let's plant the hands into the mat, and from here just bring the feet up overhead, letting the head rest in between your knees. And wherever you are, slowly, mindfully release. And from here we'll come into a reclined butterfly. So let's bring the soles of the feet together, letting the knees open up wide, letting the hips open up naturally. Hands can rest by your sides, or you can also have one hand on your belly, the other one on your heart. One of my favorite hip openers here. I encourage you to close your eyes. And then from here on your next exhale, let's extend the legs long, coming into final Shavasana. Extending the arms long as well, taking up some space here. Letting the mind and the body reap all the benefits from today's practice. So I encourage you to stay here for as long as you like, or if you're ready to go, we can rock up, coming into a seated position of your choice. And wherever you are, let's bring our hands together at our heart. Thank you all so much for sharing your time and your energy with me today. If you're looking to gain more flexibility, I encourage you to come back to this video on a regular basis. And if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe. From here, let's bring our hands up to our third eye. The light in me honors the light in all of you. Thank you so much. Namaste.